Hi everyone, I'm Ashley and I'm going to be presenting my social media final presentation. So let's go ahead and get started. Oops. Okay. So the internet is made up of thousands of pages, websites, platforms, and networks that have become ingrained in our everyday lives. They've changed our lives in so many ways, from the evolution of the selfie to the millions of ways that people can interact with people all over the world. It's brought about digital social movements and the creation of millions of new jobs. Some of these jobs include bloggers, YouTubers, Viners, TikTokers, Instagram users, all that sort of thing. And people with large followings on these programs became known as influencers or social media influencers. As our exposure to the internet increases with time, researchers began to ask why people follow who they do and what really an influencer is. So I did a research and I read a research and I found that these are the four qualities that people kind of say that they follow a person for, and that is attractiveness, likability, similarity, and closeness. So attractiveness is obviously one's physical attractiveness. Likability kind of deals with more character and behavior. Similarity is how similar you view this influencer to be to yourself demographically. And closeness is kind of the closeness of a relationship. So you're going to have a lot closer relationship with your mom than say your boss. So that's kind of what that pertains to. So all of these qualities attribute to a personal brand or a human brand, and followers develop emotional bonds with these human brands, and that's how they become supporters of this influencer. Influencers exist for any type of interest people can have: fashion, sports, books, etc., you name it. I chose to focus on a fitness influencer just because that pertains more to what I follow on my social media pages. So the person I chose was Alex Goose. Her main platform is Instagram and her handle is Gains by Goose. As you can see, she has a total of 38,000 followers with 236 posts. She gets about 6,000 likes per post along with like 50 comments. And also, as you can see, that she has some brand affiliations there. Those are either fitness brand clothing or like proteins that people can buy and use. So yeah, she is a college student at Penn State University, and she did gain most of her following after competing in the 2020 physique contest, and that's like a bodybuilding contest. As you can see, it says Ohio NPC Bikini. That's what that was, that contest, which is actually national. So yes, a little bit about her communication strategies. They are very simple, and she uses short, relatable captions, and she's always answering questions on live and showing off her cute pet bulldog. As you can see here, her caption is "try to flex my legs, but my delt caught the lighting instead." And this is kind of funny, like her followers will get this because there's this running joke. So your delts are up here and you have like a delt vein that kind of like, once you start lifting, you get like veiny, it's just what happens. But she just likes to make this joke out of her delt vein because she has one on one side that's actually like pretty prominent. And so she's always like referring to it in her like throughout her social media, which is just a fun little thing that she keeps up with her followers. So I think that's really cool. She does a lot of polls on her Instagram stories where followers can interact with her and answer questions. So that sort of thing. So it's very simple, very just back and forth, open communication style. I think what's made her most successful is her likability, similarity, and similarity that contribute to the closest with an audience. So this is just an example of her page. This is what her page looks like. I kind of cropped it a little bit to fit this screen a little bit better. But this shows a good variety of what she posts. There's selfies, a bunch of like mirror photos. She has other people take her photos in the gym sometimes. And there's actually 2 videos on here. That is one of her squatting and deadlifting. So that's pretty cool. You get to see that, like kind of see her in action and actually lift some weights and like see her form and that sort of thing. I think it's funny, she does have one post with jeans, like Fit Girl Jeans. She did like a sponsorship with this brand because people who lift hate jeans. It's just kind of like a fun little thing in the gym community. So that was kind of like a fun thing that she did. So why I follow her is we're both very similar. We're both college students. We both like to lift. Obviously, I'm not to her level. She's still like motivates me to kind of work harder and eventually maybe get to her level. We'll see. But Obviously, I've never competed in a physique contest. That's why she's the influencer. She motivates me without feeling unattainable because our demographic is so close. Another reason I think she is so successful is because she loves what she does, and that shines through in all of her posts and all of her work and all of her interactions with her followers. Um, so yeah, here are my references where you can find that study I was talking about where I got those 4 qualities from. And just to conclude, I think the number of influencers is growing, so it's very important that we understand what they actually are and why we follow who we do and what kind of influence they can have on us. So thank you so much for watching, and I wish you luck on your presentations.